when you're upset with someone because they said something or did something, and you close yourself off and you boundary yourself up, and you just are like, you're just like, towards that person or situation, y'all, it just takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of energy. And I just want to be in the most active place in my life. I want to feel just like life is easy, like I'm in flow, right? Like I'm in flow, and holding on to that negative energy it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of space in your heart. It just keeps you from living an optimal, happy, loving life.
This struggle got purpose and we grow. So whatever role we have to take next, all I need to know is that we'll roll with the punches.
We're back for another day, of life. Oh my gosh, camera down, back for another day of life, back for another day of Midwest Anxiety Daily. Just riding around, you're just riding around with me as I do my community-based mental health thing, y'all, as we do the MWA thing. Just driving around, knock on my door, knocking on doors of homes and schools and just all the places where people live, work, and play. And today's another good day. Today is another good day to be a Midwest Anxiety client, a therapist. We're just rocking and rolling. Got things going, y'all. Lots to talk about today. But I've got to go see a client. So I'm going to catch back up with you here in just a little bit. So you guys sit back, put on your seatbelts, and enjoy this ride around today as we do the MWA thing, community mental health. Let's go. I know I shouldn't be in love. Okay, quick story time. So I was visiting with a sweet client, and just really a great-hearted, wholehearted kid. And we got done with our session, and I could tell that he was impacted by just the work we're doing. He just basically said, "Thank you, Randy, thank you. I am no longer afraid of thunderstorms." So he goes into his pantry and he comes out with this bag, it was unopened, of cashews. And he said, "I just want to give this to you." Didn't ask his parents. He just goes in there and gets it. And he gives me this bag. And I just love the heartfelt feelings that he had. But I also love cashews. Thanks, G. Definitely have been enjoying the cashews for the last couple of weeks, just as I need a little snack, a little sneaky snack in between clients. But hope you're doing well, G. And if you're watching this, keep rocking it, my friend. Keep rocking it. Alright, y'all, let's talk about negative energy, holding on to negative energy, resentment. Oh my gosh, y'all, I've been trying really hard in my own personal life. I've been trying really hard to work on this. For me, I just emotionally and physically just want to feel lighter. You know, when you're upset with someone because they said something or did something, and you close yourself off and you boundary yourself up, and you just are like, you're you're just like, towards that person or situation. Y'all, it just takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of energy. And I just want to be in the most active place in my life. I want to feel just like life is easy, like I'm in flow, right? Like I'm in flow, and holding on to that negative energy it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of space in your heart. It just keeps you from living an optimal, happy, loving life. And so for me, what I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to let go of a lot of that negative energy. I'm trying to be self-aware, and in moments where I'm holding on to that negative energy, I'm trying just basically to say, okay, let it go. I'm also allowing myself to give people just an opportunity just to know their limitations. We all have limitations, and I kind of come from an idea of we're all trying our hardest, but we just don't know what we don't know. And some of us are living a life where there are blind spots. You know, for me, I expect certain things. You know, if I'm going to expect them of myself, I expect certain things of other people. And sometimes that gets me in a really bad place, because some people just can't deliver on those expectations. So I'm really trying to be mindful of my expectations. So for me, the way to, because naturally you're gonna feel negative, right? I'm not saying that just live a rose-colored, like, oh, things are great. No. That's just not reasonable. But what I am saying is there is an opportunity to be self-aware, and just to know, you know, when you are becoming negative, and also just allowing people to have their limitations. Don't have expectations that they have to meet your needs, right? That you are the one to meet your needs, not them, right? I think we have this expectation sometimes that people should be meeting my needs, whoever that is, or activities, or whatever it would be. No. That is your responsibility. That is your responsibility to meet your needs, rather than someone else doing it for you. And so I think what this does, this allows some grace. This allows some separation from those situations where you have an expectation, or maybe you just aren't getting what you want from others, or from other activities, that you're not getting what you want. It gives you some grace for those people, gives you some separation. It allows you also to maybe have some boundaries, not so many boundaries that you're walling yourself off, but some boundaries to protect yourself, okay? So with all this, my hope is that you can engage people in activities that generally cause that negativity in you, but with these skills of being self-aware and giving people their limitations and not expecting they have to meet your demands, that gives you an opportunity to maybe flow and interact and be with people and activities that typically would cause you a lot of angst. Maybe you can find a way to be with those people and those activities where it doesn't have to cause you much angst. Maybe it's not changing who those people or activities are. Maybe the work is you're doing it, because maybe you don't get those changes from people or those activities. Am I making sense, y'all? Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? This is what I'm trying to do in my life, talk with clients about it. It's difficult, y'all. It's difficult because sometimes I get into a place of, why should I change? Why should I be the one? This is not my issue. This is their issue. Whoa, not so fast, my friend. You're in control of yourself, and you have the opportunity to make things different based on how you see and feel and react in situations. Okay, y'all? All right. Hope that helps. Let go of that resentment. Let go of that resentment, okay? free yourself of that negative emotional pain that you have. You'll feel much better. All right, y'all. We've got the Midwest Anxiety Behavioral Modification Plan coming up this Saturday, the class. So I thought I would mention for a minute a little bit about what I teach parents in individual therapy, but also what I teach in the class. So there's lots of stuff, okay? I'm just gonna talk just a minute about emotional regulation. And when I'm talking about emotional regulation, I'm just not talking about emotional regulation of the child. I also expect the parent to be emotionally regulated, right? And so what we do is we talk about we're going to expect the child to be emotionally regulated, and we're going to ask the parent to be emotionally regulated. And one generally is going to be more emotionally regulated than the other, right? I teach in the class, in individual therapy, I teach how to become emotionally regulated. But today I just want to point out, like, one of you is going to be more emotionally regulated. And the one that's less emotionally regulated, you're going to just have a spotlight on you. We're going to be talking about it. We're going to be like, hey, mom and dad were regulated themselves, but you just continued to scream, or you decided to say mean words or whatever. And we've got to really talk about that, because you can't blame mom and dad for the reason that you were out of control with your emotions, right? Like, you can't blame it on mom and dad, or vice versa. If the child's regulated and the mom and dad's screaming and saying mean things, we can't blame the child, okay? So one of you, the challenge is who's going to become more emotionally regulated first. And parents, I'm looking at you saying, not only do you expect it of your child, but you have to expect it of yourself. You know what we say, you know what we like to say as therapists, you're a model for your child. You're a model for your child. In individual therapy, I really check the parents. I really focus a lot on, hey, yes, we'll talk about the child, and I'll help them develop the skills, you know, but I also want to help you as a parent, all right? It's important. My main point here is one of you is going to become more emotionally regulated, and then there's going to be an emphasis, there's going to be a highlight on the one that's not regulated, and then that's the one that we've got to really focus on regulating. All right, y'all? All right. All right, y'all. Hey, I want to grab your attention for just a second. The club is going to be popping. The club is going to be popping starting June 1st. It opens up, and we want you in the club. We want you in the club, y'all. It's an insane value. It's an insane, I'm telling you right now, for $10 a month. $10 a month, okay? That's a day and a half of Starbucks. $10 a month, $25 for 3 months, or get this, $85 for 12 months. You get to be in the club, y'all. We've got all kinds of, there's live discussions. We've got a kids cooking class. We got college dropout. We got divorced if you're divorced. We're having all kinds of discussions and classes that are exclusive only to club members, okay? There's such an exclusivity. When you're in the Midwest Anxiety Club, you walk around town with your shoulders back and your head high, knowing you are in a good club. You're in a good club. Hey, there's 24/7, 365. You get access to all the people in the club. You get to say, you get to post questions. Hey, what if, or if this happens, people that are going through similar things in their lives, they'll be in the club. They're waiting for you. You'll get to bounce ideas off of them. We'll be in there answering all your questions. You have round-the-clock access to us to be able to say, hey, Randy, what do you think about in this situation? Y'all, you get free access to all of our resources. Our Midwest Anxiety Resource Library, you get access to. Y'all, you get 50% off all the classes, so much more. Oh, and one more thing. We're throwing in the kitchen sink. Because what else is there to throw in other than the kitchen sink? You guys, get into the club. You won't regret it. You will not regret it.